Hello, welcome to Nina's Knots Crochet. I'm Lynanne. If you're new here, hi, thanks for stopping by, checking out my channel. My channel is all about crochet, a little bit about knitting, a lot about yarn, and my journey in the yarny community. Returning subscribers, hi, thanks so much for coming and spending some of your Wednesday with me. I appreciate you. Usually on Wednesdays, I'm all about whips and what I'm working on. Changed up just a little bit today, mainly because I don't have any whips that I can show you. I'm filming this on Tuesday night. That's why I am in my living room in a different place. The lighting is terrible. It's 9:30 at night on Tuesday night. You're seeing this on Wednesday, but my husband's in the hospital. No big deal. He's okay. He had a bout of pneumonia that oral antibiotics wasn't kicking, so he had to spend a couple of days in the hospital getting some IV steroids and IV antibiotics. They were worried about fluid around his heart, but I think they've kicked it and they expect to release him tomorrow. So I knew I wouldn't have time tomorrow to do this, so I figured I'll do it tonight, and so that I can share with you. Because there's some things I want to show you that I needed to talk about before Sunday. So anyway, so I am going to show you one whip. I know I normally keep whips until Sunday, but I really wanted to show you this. I finished my rectangle granny square blanket for Bogey Creek. Ta-da! It came out so great. And I took everybody's advice into consideration, and I did a very, very simple border on this blanket. I did one row of single crochet and then a row of picots, and I didn't change the color. I used the same yarn, and the yarn is the Hirschner's 2-ply Afghan. This yarn is fabulous. I love this yarn. It is so soft. It is so squishy. It's anti-pilling. The colors are vibrant and it's soft and it's beautiful yarn. I'm glad I found it when I did. Kind of sad that I didn't catch it before they were out of everything, but just this color, although this color is great. I used every bit of 4 skeins. I have a few left. I think I'm going to put 2 together because this is a number 2 yarn. I think I'm going to put 2 together and make a hat for my granddaughter because she's all about the bright rainbowy colors. So I love this yarn, and I'm glad. I love the way that this turned out, and I think everybody was right. It just needed something little, and I just did the little picot edge on this blanket. So Bogey blanket number 4. So I'll be getting with Nancy and get these to her pretty soon. If you don't know what Bogey Creek is, I will link Nancy in the notes below. You can check out her channel. I'm sure by now everybody's heard about it. I've talked about it enough. But if you have any questions, you can contact me. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, or my email. The other thing I wanted to talk to you about that I wanted to make sure you knew about before Saturday is I don't know this woman personally. I think I don't even know if I've seen her channel. I know she has one and I need to find it. But Sherry Kay, she's the one who's had the tragedy where she's lost her daughter and she's trying to help her daughter's family and her grandchildren. And I know they had originally had a really nice auction for her, but Billy, the Crafty Floridian, is going to be having another auction on Saturday night, 8 o'clock Eastern, for her. So I just wanted to mention that so that you can go and watch the auction. Maybe, find something that might interest you. I know a lot of other podcasters are contributing some things. I contributed something to the auction. I just think this time of year is, this is November. We're into the Thanksgiving holidays. I just wanted to give something back, and hopefully that they can raise some money for her and her family. So I just wanted to make sure that you all knew about this auction on Saturday night, Billy the Crafty Floridian. I will link her channel below. I will link the reminder below for you to get a reminder when this comes on. But Saturday night, 8 o'clock, Billy the Crafty Floridian. As far as whips go, yeah, I don't have anything to show you. I did take a couple skeins of yarn with me to the hospital today, and I started working on a Tunisian crochet hat, but I left it in the car and I'm not going to go get it. You know, sitting in the hospital is a bunch of hurry up and wait. So I didn't get a whole lot of crocheting done. It's just, you know, life gets in the way sometimes. But I will get caught up. I do have some progress on my not so ugly Christmas sweater that I am doing with Lynette with Charmed Grammy Crochets. I got a little bit of progress done on it, but nothing to write home on. So I will show that to you again next week, my Whip Wednesday, next Wednesday. But if you don't know what that is, check out Lynette Charmed Grammy Crochet. She's doing a crochet along sponsored by Hobie, but you don't have to use Hobie yarn. When we're making ugly Christmas sweaters, but not ugly Christmas sweaters. As a matter of fact, some people are already done. I've seen on her Facebook page where they've just made really pretty sweaters using the same pattern that Lynette picked out, and it was one of the free ones off of Hobie. I'm not doing a granny square sweater. That's just not my style. I'm doing a Tunisian crochet shrug, but I'm using Christmassy yarn. And speaking of Christmassy yarn, that's a nice segue, huh? I have a couple of small yarn hauls that are not Premier Bobbins. I still have a bunch of that coming in. But I got a box from our dear friend, Mary Maxim. I've been promising my husband for 2 years a Christmas blanket, a large Christmas blanket. And my inspiration for this one came from Nancy at She's Got Yarn Too. She did a tutorial where she showed you how she connected 4 triangles to make a big blanket. And that's what I'm going to do. She used granny squares. I'm going to do a corner to corner because I've figured out corner to corner and I enjoy doing it. So anyway, I have this huge box of yarn and it's all the same yarn. I have 6 of this red, which is a really pretty dark, you know, Christmassy red. I have 6 of this in the dark, like pine green, and 6 in this really pretty white. Now, here's the hard part. This is written in the language that I don't know how to read. There are some words on here that I can read, such as it is anti-pilling. It is machine washable. The yarn itself is called Mona Lisa by Nako. I love their label. I love the tropical flowers. After that, I don't know. The only other words that are written in English enough for me to read, other than the fact that it's an Ogotech, is that it says in accordance with British standards. I don't know what those British standards are. Anyway, this is they put the color on the invoice. That's not the invoice. That's not the invoice. I lost the invoice. Anyway, this color is white, or actually it's called snow. This one was called just red. And this one is called pine. It does say on here it's machine wash, 100% acrylic, 100 grams, I believe 172 meters. Other than that, yeah. That's about as much information I can give you, other than the fact it was $1.59 a skein. So I think this is going to make a really pretty Christmas blanket for my husband. Then, and I promise, Maynard, I know you're watching this, no more yarn buying. I'm done for a good long while. I got an email from Webb's. I really need to stop. I have way too much yarn. At this point, I don't even know where I'm going to store it. Our kids are coming for Christmas, and my spare bedroom is where I keep my yarn. And right now the bed is flowing with yarn. I don't know what to do with it. I don't have any more room. So I'm gonna put myself on a yarn diet until, although I'm giving myself a little bit leeway. If there's something really good on Black Friday, I might, but it has to be a spectacular deal in order for me to bite. But anyway, I did buy some from Webb's. Now the Webb's, I got 6 hanks of this. This is the Cloudborne Fibers Highland Superwash Sock Twist. A little bliss in every stitch. This yarn, you guys, is so soft. This is the colorway Stone Heather. It's a number 1. I think it's a little bit thicker than a number 1, like a number 1.5, because it's not quite a 2, but I think it's thicker than a 1. It's 80 superwash fine Highland wool and 20% polyamide, 178 yards, hand wash, cold, gentle, do not wring, lie flat to dry. It says use a 2.75 hook. I don't know. But anyway, I got 4 in the stone. And then I got 2 in this color. It's called Lagoon, and it's just a bright turquoise. And I thought this would make such a cool shawl scarf with this beautiful pop of this bright turquoise against that chocolate brown. I'm like, there are some Stephen West shawls that I think this would be beautiful in, but my knitting quite isn't up to par yet to take on that large of a project. And then I've gotten some patterns from Expression Fiber Arts that would do well with this. I don't know. I'm thinking this is going to get put aside until after the first of the year, because I got all kind of holiday things that I'm working on, and I just want to get through the holidays. I have a project in mind for Veterans Day that I want to do before I can, and I've got so many other things going that I think these are going to go sit on the shelf and be pretty. But these hanks of Highland wool that is so soft and so beautiful were $2.99 a piece. And for $2.99, I just couldn't say no. So that was my other yarn haul. So a little bit of a yarn haul, some plans in the back of my mind. Like I said, I have a project that I want to do for Veterans Day. I have a Christmas blanket that I want to start for my husband. I have my ugly, not so ugly Christmas sweater going. I have my Luck of the Draw going. I have my Thanksgiving table runner doily thing that's in the back of my mind that I really need to do. So I got a lot on my to-do list. I just got to figure out the priorities of it all. I think I have 4 Bogey Creek blankets done. I think I'm going to put that on hold for the time being, and I'll come back to that probably right after Christmas and maybe get 1 or 2 more done before they take them the first of the year. So that's really all I have for today. I know it's short and sweet, and I'm not in my normal place, but this is the only place I could get some decent lighting. It's 10 o'clock at night. So, but anyway, don't forget to check out the auction on Saturday with Billy the Crafty Floridian, 8 o'clock Eastern on her channel. Check out Nancy's Bogey Creek Drive if you are still doing that. And if not, until we see each other again, be kind to everyone.